American legends in motion. From the wilds of the West to Gonzales, Louisiana, where you're rooted in your adoption, untrained, wild, heart, and character they still have. You take them home, you train them, you bring them out, you'll have one of the best animals you've ever had. These are the wild horses of the Extreme Mustang Makeover, the Mustang Herritage Foundation, brought to you by the BLM. Bring them in, guys. Yeah. These camera fans. Here are the Mustangs, American legends. Ears picture. Look at the attention. Look at the fluidity of movement. Look at the conformation of these animals. And affordable adoption. I love to watch the movement of horses from the wild. And every horse without a saddle, every horse with a saddle in this arena are all American Mustangs. Each one of these five on this arena floor has the potential. It is inside them. As the 13 we've watched in the Extreme Mustang Makeover. As the 3 we've watched in the youth. As the 4 you see with saddles who are herding these animals on this arena floor. You can bring that out. You can train these animals like you would like to. But one thing you'll never take away from them is the fact that they are American Mustangs. The efforts of the BLM, the efforts of the Mustang Heritage Foundation, the efforts of the Extreme Mustang Makeover, the efforts of you, the Mustang fans, a hand if you would for natural beauty. An American icon is just as they roam in the West. I love to see it.
How about that, folks? Now, just 100 days ago, the trainers that you saw in here just a minute ago started with a Mustang, just like the ones running loose wild in here. Pretty amazing what they can learn and what they can accomplish in just 100 short days. Now, if you're just joining us today and we're here yesterday, all of the horses that you see running here are wild Mustangs that were gathered off of public lands. So if you're an American taxpayer, these are your horses, okay? Right now, there are 50,000 Mustangs that have already been gathered that are awaiting adoption. There's 50,000 that are in facilities around the country, just like these here. You, as an American, have the opportunity to go to one of these facilities and you can take home an untouched, untrained, wild American Mustang. Now, here's another neat opportunity. Each one of these horses in the arena right now is also available for adoption. Now, we fully understand here at the Mustang Heritage Foundation, thanks to our partnership with the Bureau of Land Management, we fully understand that, hey, you probably not going to load up one of these horses and just take it on home, right? That's pretty daunting. I was telling someone yesterday, taking home one of these horses, untrained, is about like going and getting a feral cat, right? Trying to make a house cat out of it. Even if you get him gentled down, it'll still pee all over everything, right? Now, each one of these horses has been gathered, they've been processed. If you look on the left side of the neck, you can see it, the black horse, you can see it really, really well. There's a neat white mark on the left side of that neck that's known as a freeze mark or freeze brand. Each one of those brands is individual to each of those 50,000 horses that have been gathered. There's no two brands that are the same. You can get a close look here at the horse I'm on. He's also an American Mustang. This is a 7-year-old gelding from Stewart Creek, Wyoming. He was gathered, placed in a holding facility. The Mustang Herritage Foundation decided, hey, wouldn't it be neat if we had our own mascot Mustang? And they said, go find us a big, pretty one that everyone in America will like. I was like, well, that's not asking for much, right? So I looked at about 3,000 of them, and for some reason, I just really, really liked Herritage. So he didn't have a name at that point, but we brought him home, and we put him in a pen there at the office, and we decided we'd have a Facebook naming contest, and you, as Americans, named him Herritage. So that's what he's here for. Now, one thing that I want to talk to you guys about today, on the schedule, you notice Mr. B.F. Gates, Hall of Famer, was supposed to be here. He had an unfortunate illness in the family, couldn't make it. But I was privy to some of his information. I actually sat down with him last Wednesday and went over a little thing that he developed years and years ago. You see, BF is 86 years old, he still rides. He's actually rode this horse that I'm on. And he said, you know, Byron, still to this day, there has not been a lot of information gathered or a lot of research done on the psychology of the Mustang. You know, we kind of know how to train them, right? Obviously, a few people have figured it out. We've got some here this weekend that have figured out how to train them. You guys just watched our Mustang maneuvers class. But he said there's got to be a reason. There's got to be something in the psychology of the horse, psychology of the Mustang, that makes training work, right? We all know about training tools and training videos and different bridles, different halters. Some of you carry a carrot stick. Some of you carry a magic wand. Some of y'all carry a training stick. But BF said, you know, back in the 50s and 60s, I realized there's got to be a reason that works. So he went and he sat down with a human psychologist, and he said, you know, you're a psychologist, and you understand how people think and why they do the way why they do what they do. You study their behaviors, and the psychologist was using fancy words like shaping. Okay? We don't train people, we shape them. We shape their behavior. And BF said, well, it's got to be something similar to that in training the horse. There's got to be something similar. You know, it can't just be people that operate on psychology. So BF was pretty proud of himself for even trying to do this research. And he said that psychologist was sitting behind his desk, and he just pointed behind him like this. And he said, it's all in there, BF. Well, behind him, from the top of the ceiling to the bottom of the floor and all the way across the wall, was a bunch of psychology journals. And he said, what you want to know is in there. Do you want it? You're going to have to go get it out yourself. And he said, on his desk was a big stack of papers, and he said, these papers all represent people. They got real problems. We don't have enough time to mess with your horses. So BF said, well, I took his advice and I went and enrolled in Psychology 101 at Texas A&M. And so through that, it started a long-time research project, and I've been fortunate enough to listen to BF several times on how training works and why it works, and I want to try to share some of that with you today. The neat part about using psychology is it doesn't matter what program you use, what method you use. This will make it stronger, it'll make it better, it'll make it more understandable. Now, I'm a layman, okay? I'm a layman, right? Now I don't lay bricks for a living, but I keep things pretty simple. I like to train horses too. And so, does anybody have a horse at home they're trying to train right now?